Systems armed. Three screens green. AZ Stevens. Cleared for launch. Hands tied, lights flash, red to green. Every breath is gasoline. Code and chaos, pixels and pain. One mistake and you're out of the game. Screens glow bright, heat in my face. Digital track, physical race. Robin's voice cutting through the crowd. Send it, baby, we're running proud. No reset, no second chance. Heartbeat syncs with the engines, dancing the noise. I find my calm, adrenaline's my song. Full send nation, burn the line. Every lap we redefine. No fear, no hesitation. Stevens Motorsport, domination. Full send, nation, rise again. Full send, nation, rise again. 40 cars deep, daylight fades. We ride the storm that the engine made. No walls hold when the dream's in gear. You don't drive fast, you disappear. Set up sheet tape to the dash. Tuned by code and a flash of cash. Sweat drips down, white knuckles burn. This ain't practice, it's my turn. Grip the wheel, feel the grind. Chasing ghosts through the online mind. Every lap a brand new war. I ain't lifting anymore. Full send nation, red line ride. Fuel on fire, hearts collide. Triple screen thunder breaking the chain. We don't quit, we live insane. In gears we trust. In rubber we pray. For every wreck, another day. You better hold that line, AJ. Full send, full send. Full send, full send. Full send nation, flag held high. Daytona dreams will never die. Stevens Motorsports built to win. Light that fuse and send it again. Full send nation, crank that sound. Engine scream, the world spins round. From the grid to the finish flame, we own the night. Remember the name. Yeah. Stevens Motorsports. Full send forever. Engines live, telemetry synced. Stevens Motorsports, lock it in. Fuel in my veins, fire in my chest. Every heartbeat's louder than the rest. The rig's alive, the lights go green. This is
Good evening, everybody. We're back for another round of the NASCAR Throwback Series, and I told y'all we were going to have a little bit of a surprise. I'll just go ahead and do this really quick. I got a guest speaker in the house tonight.
Hey, everybody.
We've got JD actually in the booth. We can yell obscenities at each other or whatever we want to do. But overall,
I'll try to resist.
Right? It should be a good time. I'm trying to find something really quick. Something is bugging me. It is live. Why is my counter not working? I have no idea why my counter is not working. It's a bit bizarre, but anyways, so we're gonna try and call this race from the booth with both of us. I don't know how this will go.
Just wing it. It'll be all right.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. So, but let's get some race info up on the board. Like I said, week 12, we got 134 laps, 3 sets of tires. We are under the 15 driver minimum, so we will have a comp caution tonight. After talking with the drivers, that will come out at lap 55. Just to make things a little interesting for everybody. Let's get this back up and this back up. I think it's going to be a decent race. We got a lot of the usual suspects in here, so we'll see if Gary can make up for his Bristol night last night after he apparently ripped his arms off.
Yeah, that Bristol race was pretty brutal.
Yeah, you hit the wall.
Yeah,
hard.
I cannot believe my car actually broke. I don't know what they did to those.
And I think last night with the way that the cautions came and everything else, it didn't make it very easy.
I mean, it's all good. So do you have any favorites? I don't know how much you've been watching their times and stuff.
I mean, Phipps and Benella are always fast. We know this. The top 3 Hendrick cars with Crown over as well. But I kind of think that Josh Brock might bring it home tonight. He was really fast at Pocono. Actually put it on the pole, so we'll see how his race goes tonight. I don't know. Cap's always a good solid pick as well.
I don't know how you go against Phipps, but I always have a little bit of a special place for the sniper.
Oh, Cap. Yeah. Well, it was funny because somebody said he was gonna come through and get me last night, and then I went by him and I was like, I don't think he's coming to me this time tonight.
Sometimes the sniper misses.
Yeah, every once in a while. We got Diggs in the chat. We got Dustin in the chat. Who else we got? Looks like Mark. Diggs, did you break a die cast? Gary does his usual smash the car into the wall. So we shouldn't have too much more of qualifying.
He's lucky that's not an official event. Although, does that affect your safety in an official if you do that?
Yeah.
On quali?
Yeah, if you do it in practice too. In that 3-minute practice.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yep, that's why I try not to I either don't run practice or I run practice and make sure I'm not near anybody.
Well, that's good to know.
We gotta send something to Mr. Byers. Where's that at? There we go. All right. I know I'm gonna have to check in with some people after this race because the first of the WNIS is happening tonight, and I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to watch it. Phil, I'm always excited. You know that. I'm excitable, I guess you could say. But
shout out to Phil for his win last night.
Yeah, the old dog took it to us last night. You only took 2 tires.
No,
yeah,
I was defeated by that time, but he had helped me with my line. I was hugging the bottom, and he said, "JD, look in your rearview mirror," and he's like, "Run it like this," and it helped a lot. So I appreciate you, Phil.
Well, that's one of the places that if you try to run it the normal or what you would think is normal, it's a little bit different. But we'll get the grid up on screen here. So you're gonna have Andrew Phipps on your pole with a 31.707. Jesse Bennell starts second. Anthony Crownover going to start third. Josh Brock to his outside in fourth. Anthony McPherson is fifth. Eric Kapp sixth. Jeff Plus seventh. Carter Nelson eighth. Gary Freeman is ninth. Diesel Weasel is 10th. And I've got Aiden and Gabe as 11th and 12th, but I don't think they're in here. So just a 10-car field tonight. But yeah, all things considered,
still going to be good racing.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
I've had some of the best races with less than
with
10
small
people.
fields.
Yes. It just kind of sucks that if it's like a super speedway, it's almost like you're super dependent on everybody else. Then
Right.
there's less factors of getting around. But a track like this, it should be pretty good racing all around.
I would think so as well. Well, and especially with, like I said, you've got Phipps, Bennell, Crownover. They all race together, but they have no problem racing against each other at the same time. So
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see too much controversy in this race.
hold on a second. Oh, they're trying to figure out restart zone. Yeah, I would not be surprised if we go full length green.
I love green flag runs. When you have
I love green flag pit stops.
Yes, that is such a skill that some people mastered, but if they have caution fest, you can't even use it.
Well, and we have the comp caution at 55, which is going to throw kind of a wrench into it. It'll go 125% of a fuel run before we actually see the caution. But pace car's off. Phipps is going to bring us to the line, and we're going to go racing here. Wow, that's a way late restart zone. Holy cow! I thought it was closer to the pit road entrance, but Bennell with a good jump as well as Phipps. Side by side through 1 and 2 we go. Bennell's going to go to the lead. He said, "To heck with it, I'm going to check out."
I don't know. I'm immediately thinking tires.
Yeah, well, it was funny. I actually had to buy this track. I didn't own it. As we see Josh Brock coming through already. But this place races a lot like Chicagoland. I drove it a little bit trying to make the thumbnail, and it's very similar to that or Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think it's
one of the round cookie cutters.
Yes, but it's going to be very, very interesting of how it's going to beat up the tires. Like, is it actually going to keep them on, or is it not? So
I have really started to really love the rounder cookie cutters, like Kansas, Nashville especially, and Kentucky too.
Yeah, it's funny because a lot of people say, "Oh, they're boring," but I really don't think they're that boring. I think they make for good racing. It's all in how you perceive the good racing. You know what I mean?
These tracks can really chew up tires, and immediately, and this is just how I run it. The earlier on it is, probably as the race goes on, I get more aggressive typically.
Right.
Because I want to see how everyone's racing. I want to see how their tires are holding up.
Right. Something that I saw, Eric Kapp is running a different line than everybody else. And even Carter's been running the wall. So I don't know how this is going to play out for these guys. Kapp just kind of sliding back.
The snipers don't snipe in a crowded field.
Right.
Or a crowd of people. They always go by themselves.
But with Josh Brock and Andrew Phipps battling, that's going to make things a little bit easier for that second pack to kind of pull back in.
Yeah.
So
they're not going to be able to get the optimum line because at some point one of them's occupying it.
Exactly. Well, and being on the bottom like that, is that really going to hurt your tires a ton? I guess we'll see. Josh still holding on with Crownover way up high. Looks like Crownover might clear him this time off the corner. See, that's something else that I couldn't figure out because I tried the high line and the bottom line. and I couldn't figure out which one was really faster.
I like mid.
I
Right
think
where crown over is about where I would be running.
that's kind of what I was thinking too.
Get some tire wear, you get some speed.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's consistent, but with this new rubber package, you're gonna have to switch it up.
It's definitely made things weird. Like even Bristol last night was very strange.
Very, very weird. It's still learning it.
Yeah. Yep. So, and since we're kind of cruising right here with everybody in line, just a reminder: if you're over in the Stevens Motorsports Discord, the one that was attached to my old account, there is a link over to the new one. Make sure you go over there and jump into that server. We're gonna scrub this other one. I don't know what all's been done to it, and I at this point am moving on from it. We're gonna go to a new server, fresh start, and so make sure that you get your application in over there.
Yeah, things happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut that down here probably end of the month. So, but it's all Benell out front. So you got Benell, Phipps, Crownover, Brock, Nelson, and I think McPherson's starting to kind of creep into the back of this pack, and he kind of bridges the gap between the front pack and the back pack. So,
Yeah, Carter's looking pretty good too.
yeah. He had a rough go of it at Pocono. I think he hit everything but the inside wall.
I love Pocono too.
We got a battle up front. Phipps gonna go after Benell. Phipps to the inside of him. Josh Brock trying to go with him too. See if he can't get back to the inside of Crownover. And that's gonna help McPherson quite a bit because he'll be able to close up on these guys as they're constantly shifting back and forth. And actually, Carter Nelson got even closer yet, so I think it's anybody's race right now. If one of these guys has even the slightest issue, there's going to be somebody there to capitalize, and there's a lot of track to be able to avoid a massive wreck.
I'm also wondering how much those guys in the back are saving tire.
That's kind of what I was thinking. You know, if we look at Cap's not really pushing it, and we've talked about this before, even off stream. He's pretty damn good at it.
Yes.
Like, he makes it work. So, I mean, he could pull back to these guys. I just don't know if right now is the time to try to save tires.
Sniper.
Sniping.
I'm excited to see the Weasel and the lawnmower join forces.
You think they're going to go after him?
They're not working together right now, but they might later.
Back to the front. It's actually pretty close from first to sixth, within a second, really.
Do you know how many wins Phipps has this season?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I know he's got at least a few.
I can tell you in just a second.
He has to have the most.
You might be right. Let me get. So Phipps has 4. Benell's got 1. Savoy's got 1. Crownover with 1, and you with 1.
Yeah, I lucked into that with fuel strategy. And you know Savoy, he has a reputation for that. So I was kind of proud to out Savoy there.
It's always impressive, right?
I can't believe I watched your whole broadcast of that, and it seems like I loved how surprised you were that I just didn't.
Well, I thought you were going to run out, so
that last 2 laps, I was turning off the engine, going 50% on the gas, and I ran out before the line, but I made it.
Diggs says the Weasel and the lawnmower sounds like a children's horror story.
If you can't outdrive somebody, sometimes you can out-strategize.
Well, I beat him there at Auto Club as well.
Yeah.
It's just about, excuse me. It's about everything just falling in place right where you need it to.
A little bit of luck never hurts.
And right now, Benell and Phipps aren't letting it fall in place. They're just going for it.
They probably want the most laps led.
Yeah, I would think so. As they dice it out up front. And we've seen Mac and Carter Nelson fall off the pace. They're back 1.9 over the top four.
Diggs, children's horror story.
So far, I mean, it's definitely clean racing. The only thing that I fear for the backpack is you see Crownover starting to look inside of an L. We come back to this backpack. Are they falling off too much? They're 3 seconds back from the leaders. I know Eric's MO is to go to the back, but yeah, I don't know.
They might want to line up.
Maybe. And yes, Mike, there's two of us in the booth. It's the damnedest thing.
Hey, Dad. Wait, you talking about Dad, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Thanks.
in there.
Shout out to Dad for taking me to the airport at 3 in the morning this morning.
Back up front, Benel trying to come back on Phipps. To the inside he goes. Can he clear him coming off of turn 4? Not quite. He doesn't have any help, so he's got to do it all on his own. Well, I think Benel got that one across the line that time. He says 4 a.m.
It was 3:30 when he picked me up.
Okay, that's fair. You know, with these guys 2x2 again, that's letting Mac and Carter come back, but they're still 2 seconds back. Like, these guys are pulling away pretty handily over the set, over what I would consider the small second pack and even the third.
Now, how many laps can they go on fuel? Because do they still do, is it 75%?
So they're going to go to lap 41. So we've got about 20 laps before we start seeing pitting.
You know what I'm thinking? If this stays green, how many of them are saving fuel where they can pit twice?
Well, you got to figure they're going to, like I said, we got the comp caution coming to 55.
Yeah.
How many of them are clutching it, trying to hope to make it to 55? I don't think you're going to stretch it 15 laps. So that's going to be out the window. As we see Crownover going underneath Benel. I think Benel trying to save some fuel maybe and tuck in behind some people. But how many are trying to save fuel so it saves tires so they don't put tire on when they pit the first time?
It really does give it a whole nother dynamic.
Yeah, it really kind of changes the game a little bit, in my opinion. But, you know, if it's me, I'd be fine sitting where Carter and Mac are a little bit back, see if I can't, you know, save some tire, not really run it super hard, fuel only at the first pit stop, and then when the caution comes out, take that set of tires.
Yeah.
Because then it puts a set in the bank.
Yeah. It really, if there's, with the comp caution, it really doesn't make much sense, I think, to take tires until then.
Wait, what is Ron saying? My stream is featured on YouTube?
What?
What does he mean it's featured on YouTube? I mean, I see that it's here, but I mean, I don't see anything that's telling me it's featured on YouTube, but I don't know where Ron's getting his information from. Because I lost my Stream Deck connection? Weird.
Maybe dual commentaries should be a thing.
Maybe. I think this is probably the first time that I can say it's happened on this channel in the same room. Was Mark YouTube featured on his end? Okay, we'll take it.
Wow.
Let's go back to the front. Phipps still holds the lead, 0.3 over Crownover. Still tight between the top four. So I think the top three are gonna, my guess, they'll probably pit together the first time. After the comp caution, it's every man for himself.
Is there one comp caution or are there two?
Only one.
Why lap 55?
So it's 125% of a fuel run. So with a fuel run being 41, it comes out to 55. So we went 55, and then that way they'll have to actually strategize a little bit. And I think that also leaves us about the same on the back end for the end run. So
What do you think these guys are doing that let them get ahead?
I think they're just carrying momentum better. Instead of trying to hold bottom the whole time, kind of let it roll through the corner, get the drive down the back stretch. And like you were saying, that midline looks really good. You see where Phipps is at. It's going to let you have a little bit more momentum, because unlike Chicagoland, where it floats out a little bit better, this tends to get a little tighter. It feels more like a pointed tri-oval.
Yes. Yeah, it definitely isn't as wide as Chicagoland.
No, I think this has got a lane and a half more.
Yeah. Maybe I'm thinking of Nashville.
Nashville's about the same as Chicagoland, though.
Yeah, I haven't raced in Kentucky but one time, so I really don't know a whole lot about it.
I only drove it today. I literally had not bought it because I hadn't had a series that went there yet. But it looks like Crown over Manila are going to start fighting.
Yes, you got Donnie in the chat.
I see that. What's going on, Donnie?
Donnie.
Long time no see, man.
Yeah, Donnie used to run with us way back in the day.
Yep.
Hope you're doing good, man.
Josh Brock's starting to hold on to these guys a little bit better. I think Josh is kind of in a good spot too, sitting here fourth. You know, he probably has enough tire to make the run, but I think if it's me, if I'm in Josh's position, if I close up on Crown over, I just hit the clutch for a second, save some extra fuel.
I'm thinking the same thing.
I think that's just the smart play. As Phipps tries to continue to extend his lead a little bit.
And I really like Josh's idea of using cars from a certain era.
Right.
And you're assigned to a driver. It just...
Oh, we got a caution.
Caution. Looks like...
I think Diesel's around.
Yeah, Diesel and somebody else, the 34.
Like Gary.
No, the lawnmower and the weasel.
Oh, this was actually... How did Carter fall back this far?
Well, I noticed he was running by himself there on the track map a little bit.
So Diesel up on the high lane. Oh, he just gets the corner of him.
Oh, Gary
did the smart thing and locked it down, or otherwise he was going to T-bone the ever-living daylights out of Diesel.
Great drive in there.
Yeah, that was some solid awareness.
Sometimes you just turn it and lock it down.
I like what Dennis just said. 28 laps in, all you're doing is learning. But yeah, this is going to shake some things up, because we'll actually get our race data up here. So 29 laps in, you still have the comp caution coming at 55.
Mm-hmm.
So do you say to heck with it, put fuel in?
Just fuel. I'm still, no matter what, I'm not putting tires on until that comp caution.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Put fuel in, just let it run. I mean, you might as well.
Right.
But I am not putting tires on. But let's see if anybody else has some different ideas.
My iPad is starting to piss me off. But yeah, I think this makes it interesting, because you're 10 laps earlier than where you would have pitted. You got 25 to the fuel stop, or to the comp caution. And I think a lot of these guys just took fuel only.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of them are thinking the same thing I am.
We're going to check something. Pit time. Crown over at 8 seconds. Let's go back a little bit further. Gary at 12. So I'm going to guess your leaders fuel only.
You know, it's actually kind of fascinating watching how you maneuver and do all this for a broadcast. I'm actually learning a lot of good info.
Once you start figuring out things, you know, it's you get a flow, right?
Well, you know, I've been wanting to do the Dust to Dega League for a while, and I think that is something I want to broadcast instead of run.
Right.
Just because, you know, I have the SDK. I might as well use it.
Right.
But just as always, whenever AJ and I get together in person, we come up with lots of great ideas. As you know, Fast Car was conceived on your wedding
day.
And we literally wrote down some notes on a napkin or something. And I think for Dusted Dega, I came up with some good ideas, but we'll see what else we can come up with.
So it should be a reset here and go another 55 laps from here. Yeah, so if everything stands the way that it does, you'd get a comp caution at 87. So theoretically, we could still do that. Sorry, guys, race control in here.
But we got to do it sometimes.
We're going to go back racing.
Sounds like there might have been an audible played there.
Yeah, because of the change or the adjustment.
But no, with a very nice jump there. I don't know if he went early, or if he just got a really good jump.
It kind of looked like Crownover was sleeping there for a second. Now, remember, your top, at least top three didn't take tires. I was going to look at Josh Brock really quick. I wanted to see, did not take tires either. So he's got an extra set in the bank as well. But I think these guys up front, they know what they're doing on tire strategy. I think it's going to work. So we'll have to see. Eric Cap, the Silent Assassin, has finally decided he's kind of pulling over. I thought he was going to try and go forward, but maybe he's back in the tire saving game. I don't know.
I love Eric. He's probably one of the cleanest drivers I know.
What's going on, Nate?
Nate Bundy? What's up?
We got Phipps looking underneath Crownover as we come off of 4. And I think Phipps is going to clear him here into 1. Josh Brock trying to get forward as well. They're actually gapping out those guys that were on fresh tires.
Cheaters.
No way.
Kidding.
I think it's just, being smooth, and like you saw Crown over there just a second ago. He runs it all the way out to the wall just to give him as smooth of a line through the corner as you can get.
Well, they've certainly figured out something that everyone else hasn't yet.
Right. Might be onto something. Oh, Nate, we're not doing too bad. First time I've done a broadcast call in the same room with somebody before. So it makes things interesting. It's like, actually having Mike Joy and let's say Clint Boyer in the same room together.
I prefer to be DW. Boogity, boogity, boogity.
You would.
Don't say that to my dad. He hates that.
Pip's going to try and go after Benell. And I was just looking. Ooh, Josh Brock going to try and get underneath Crownover out of 4.
But can he get the momentum without going to the wall? That's why it's so hard.
And I think that's the part that he doesn't have Phipps sliding out for him to draft, so it's tough. But Diesel Weasel, after getting turned, is going to try his luck on the high side around Carter again. 3 wide down the backstretch with the guys that had the caution earlier.
It's the Weasel Lawnmower Sandwich.
Oh, Diesel doing the smart thing and backing it up. He's going to send it up the middle this time.
What's that Weasel, man? He's a...
And he gets a twofer.
Wow. Good move.
Oh, Carter's all over the back of him. Gary says, to hell with it. I'm turning for the apron. Oh, man.
He just took an advanced token to nope.
Yep. And now Carter's going to go to the inside at Easel. Back up front we go. It's a 2-car train chasing a 2-car train with Mac hanging out up there. I like to see Mac up front. How we doing, Taylor? Looking at Donnie's question about the chase returning. Would you rather have the chase over the damn...
Bro, look, how frank do you want me to be?
It's my channel, be real.
Look, when they say championship format's coming back, I thought a championship format was coming back, not this chase crap. Now, is it better? Yeah, it's better than what they were doing, but it's like you can't recycle old things and pretend it's new and innovative when we know what we had back in the day. It's part of me just wants to give up, honestly.
We're gonna come back to that. Anthony McPherson is headed for a top 3 right now, out and around the outside of Josh Brock and Anthony Crownover.
Where'd he come from?
I'm pretty sure that Mac is on Freshies. We're gonna check that really quick.
Oh yeah,
he is on Freshies.
He went ahead and got some.
So I think out of the guys that got fresh tires, he's gonna be your fastest man on track and was in the lead draft at the time of restart. We checked last lap times. So, Mac with a 32-1.
How many tires do they get?
3 sets.
Is that total, or how many?
4 sets total, 3 on the wall.
Oh, then you can use a set. I mean, that's no problem. But here's me. I always try, because there's almost always a caution near the end. I like to have 1 set to throw on at the very end with like 10 to go.
If you need them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking, because especially if there's a comp caution, I know that I can kind of wear out a set and let them run a little bit. Not
right.
Too much style. But if there isn't a comp caution, or if it stays green, you can end up screwing yourself. Because you'll be too far behind.
Also true. But back to the conversation about the chase. The way that I look at it, the playoffs suck. I don't think anybody would disagree with me on that. The playoffs were fucking terrible. But if we go to the chase, I would have liked to have seen a full season points race. The chase is pretty close because you're going to take top 16 and they're all going to be separated by 5 points. Okay, whatever. It's not really going to make it any worse. Like, you're not going to have a guy win and in. It's not going to happen.
I know what they're doing, okay? They're trying to get the best of both worlds. They're trying to get, you have a bar, right? The farther right you go, the more you get to actual competition and the best driver will win. But I see their point where they're trying to make it interesting. I don't care if somebody dominates in a season. I don't care. It's okay to have somebody completely walk away.
We saw it in football.
Yeah, especially with this car where it's so even now, where you can't really get a huge advantage. It might work if they just said, you know what, to hell with the manufacturer. Like, they still have stages, don't they?
Yes, stage breaks are still a thing, which get rid of them.
They do that obviously to make it more exciting, but the more you try to control the drama and manufacture it, the more it's going to get into a bit of a crapshoot, and it's not. You may have a situation where not the best driver wins.
Right. Speaking of drama, Jesse Bennell, while we were talking there, power moves it around Phipps, so we'll see if McPherson can still take use of those fresh tires, or if they've started to balance out here.
Maybe he's just not pushing too hard. Maybe he just wants to ride with them.
He might have decided to settle in there. But the way that I look at it, am I really a fan of the chase? No, I want full season points, but you know what? I'm going to take it. And that's what Andrew Phipps is going to do in taking the lead away from Jesse Bennell here on the bottom side.
Yeah, and the fans aren't stupid either. A lot of them are like, well, that's not what you said you're gonna be doing. You're not listening. And NASCAR shot themselves in the foot saying, hey, we're listening to you. No, you're not.
Well, Mark Burton sat in on all those decision-making meetings, which I was kind of shocked about. I figured he'd really push for the full season points, and it sounds like if Mark wouldn't have been there, they were going to go with an adjusted playoff format, and everybody would have hated it.
Did any of you see Dale Jr. on his podcast say that if they asked him to run things, he would do it? I'm pretty sure I heard him say that.
That's intriguing. I have not.
I didn't see
that.
the whole thing. It was one of those YouTube shorts.
Yeah.
But he would say, well, I had to ask Amy, hey, they want me to run this thing. But I would say, yeah, I would do it.
It'd be a lot more probably time at home, except for the championship weekend. But I don't know if they'd let an owner.
He's such a good ambassador for the sport that would. God,
yeah.
If they just went back to the old, like the 90s, the 2000s, whatever, or even the 80s, it would be so much better.
Yeah. I think they've gotten too overcomplicated with the cars.
Forget the political correctness. Let the drivers be drivers and just let them have at it.
Right.
If you have somebody dominate, that is okay.
Yeah.
Somebody will rise up and they'll figure out a way to get them.
Speaking of trying to figure out a way to get him, Benell keeps trying to look to the inside to try to go back after Phipps, but now Josh Brock going to be right there. And I think you're right. I think McPherson's just riding at this point. I don't think he's really trying to push the tires as much as you would think. But Josh Brock going to go the inside of Jesse Benell. Your top three didn't take tires. And then McPherson's the only one on tires up front.
That's what makes me think maybe he's just chilling. Maybe he doesn't want to burn them too much.
Maybe. Or maybe he's already burned them.
But the Comcast will be coming out here in a couple laps.
No.
Or like lap 80 or something.
Yeah, I was going to say 87, I think is what they said.
My thinking is will he take him then? Because he already took a set, so I imagine he would.
Well, they're going to hit the end of a fuel run. 30. We've went 20, about another 20 laps ish.
Ooh, that actually is going to make it kind of interesting with the Comcast, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many are going to take tires before? How many are going to take tires after?
Hard to say.
I still think you just take it during the Comcast.
I think I would, because if it's 87, it's 40 laps to the end almost.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I'd just take a set under a green flag condition and take another set later. But let's go back a little bit further. Diesel and Gary have made their way around Carter finally, and they're headed after Crownover. Crownover about 1.3 up the track from Diesel here. And then if we go back, Eric Kapp running all by himself.
How much do you think the draft matters here?
Oh, a lot. Probably more than we probably want to let on, because mile and a half tracks are just weird in how much draft that they actually take, and you would think that it wouldn't. So, Diggs, I think you're right. I think you just wanted to be right there.
Oh, coming in.
Oh,
Coming in early, Benell and Phipps.
yeah. I didn't see that.
No, me neither.
So that's going to give Mac the lead.
Why would they do that?
I'm not real sure.
Maybe they just want to run a fuel run till the end, because they're going to have to pit anyway. But that is an interesting choice.
Trying to do the math real quick. Hang on.
I didn't sign up for math.
Dude, I do a lot of math sitting up here. Taking a number crunch. Come here. 5 plus 40 takes you to lap 95. And then from there,
Aha! So
they're just gonna yep. So it takes them to 95. They've now set it up to where they only have to make one more stop.
Wow.
Diggs is supposed to be 87.
That's an interesting choice.
Yeah, because
Looks like maybe Crownover went in too.
I think he did as well. That puts those three a lap down. On fresh tires, I can totally see him driving back through the pack. Speaking of, Pip's already around Carter.
See, this is why I love green flag racing. All the different strategies. And not to mention, if you're good at getting in and out of the pits,
Oh yeah,
it can be a game changer.
I want to go to last lap times. I'm curious as to what Pips and Vanilla are running. They're running low 32s, high 31s. Everybody else in that 32.5 range. I gotta wonder. They should make it to. Should have another 10 laps of fuel. That'll take them to lap 70. And then they're still gonna have to pit one more time.
Too much math.
Yeah, a lot of math. Josh Brock still hanging on to second place. Diesel's up to third. Gary pressured him underneath. I think Diesel's got the better line here. Man, Gary just shot from the bottom to the top.
Using all that track.
Man, he's using all of his tire. Diesel just kind of rolling it. Here comes Phipps up through the pack slowly but surely. See where he takes it on Gary. Keep in mind, Phipps is a lap down. Phipps going to go right underneath them both. Gary going to try to use Phipps to see if he can't go around Diesel, I think. Phipps still on the move. And he's cleared third and fourth right now. And it's McPherson and Josh Brock out front. Go back to Gap.
I feel like Josh is just kind of lying in wait.
Yeah, I think he's kind of looking at it from the aspect of, I don't have the tires. I know I've got the fuel. If I can hang right here with him, that's not the world's worst thing ever.
He's in the draft.
Mm-hmm. But I saw a glimpse of Phipps while we were on the back stretch there. Josh Brock going to try to go to the inside. Can he get it done? They're catching the lap car of Jeff Bless. Josh Brock leads on the bottom.
Ooh.
And he catches Bless at just the right time.
Boy. Huge difference of speed there.
Very much so. I got to wonder if Bless is burn his tires up or what exactly is going on. We're 63 laps in, 64 laps in. So, not quite halfway yet. I got Carter Nelson on pit road. I believe that's going to be a scheduled stop.
I still like my strategy better. Wait for the comp caution, but I guess you can't. I would just gas and go and then get tires on the comp caution.
Yeah, I think this late in the race though, I think you just got to take the tires. So,
although it would be interesting to see how the strategies would work if they didn't have that added element.
Yeah,
but in a way, it does kind of make it interesting having it there.
Yeah, because you've got Phipps gonna unlap himself the hard way, or at least attempt to.
And he's just gaining time.
Yep. I was looking to see. Phipps splits him up the middle. Jesse Bennell's actually caught up. So he's going to have to try to get through these guys and stay with Phipps. And hopefully they can kind of run forward a little bit more.
I'm just looking at that timer on Phipps right there. Just go down and down and down.
Oh, he's running away from him like crazy. So Benell should clear Josh Brock out of 4 here. But yeah, it's nuts at how much. And we'll go look at lap times. Phipps with a 32.0, Josh Brock 32.7.
I think Phipps even got slowed down a little bit there.
Well, and look at Benell. Benell had to pass him. Benell ran a 32.0. So, I mean, it's a long way all the way around to get back to these guys, but they're still running faster than Josh Brock. Josh Brock did not take tires, I don't believe, that last pit stop. No, he did not. He took fuel only on lap 29. So we should be seeing pit cycles start to happen. We know Carter Nelson is already pitted. I do believe Jeff Lest may have pitted as well. I could be wrong.
I think he did.
So Josh Brock headed to pit road.
Looked like a good pit entry there.
You see him hard stop the car too. So that's gonna hand the lead off to McPherson. I can't imagine that McPherson can go much further either. I haven't heard anybody call out pit yet.
Boy, I'm just really looking to see whose strategy ends up paying off here.
Yeah, I mean,
All kinds of different strategies.
you know, McPherson took tires early. You know he's going to take them when he pits again. So, I don't know.
What do you think? What strategy would you do?
I think I'd take tires. That's just me. Call me crazy.
I don't know. Can't see if you're crazy until the end.
Yeah. I thought Anthony Crownover was going to get up here a little bit quicker, but he has fallen off from his 2 teammates.
McPherson ends up winning this thing, you're going to look like a genius.
Yeah, for sure. Kyle, we saw how tires went last night, didn't we?
What did Kyle do?
He stayed out.
Did he?
He stayed out with we had 2 to go on the restart. And I don't know. I thought his heat cycle was going to work out perfect, and it kind of backfired on him a little bit, but it was a wild finish. I'll say that.
Yeah, I got killed about 70 laps in, whatever one it was.
Right.
Kyle, no tires, Carpenter.
Yep. We got Gary Freeman on pit road. Should be scheduled to stop. I'm surprised Mac is still going.
Look at the Weasel right behind him.
1.6 back.
I want Diesel to win.
And there goes Mac.
Oh, and he's...
Oh, did he make it?
He made it. Hell of a save there.
Yeah, that was close.
You got the Weasel
Yep.
right behind him.
And the Silent Assassin's going to lead a lap.
Take your point, sir.
I get it, Kyle. I get it. I kind of was thinking the same thing as I headed down pit road. Oh, man. Well, Phipps and Benell are 16 seconds back from Eric Cap. If Eric was saving fuel, that might help him here. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. McPherson a lap down at the moment.
So we got about 13 laps or so. Is it 87 that's coming out?
Supposed to be.
What happens to all these people a lap down though? Are these people in the lead lap
Well,
gonna have to pit?
Eric Cap's coming down pit road.
Yeah. They have to pit.
Well, that's gonna let Mac, and I do believe Gary. Yeah, that'll put Gary back on the lead lap. That'll put Phipps in the lead. So pit cycles are completed.
And you got Phipps and Brunel kind of together.
They're duking it out up front. These guys are actually pretty gone over Crownover. Crownover back here, 7 seconds back. He needs some drafting help or something.
McPherson, he pit early.
Well, McPherson pit was one of the last ones to pit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, didn't he pit early that one time?
No.
Oh, no, he took tires.
Yeah,
That's
he
what
took
he did.
he took tires on that caution.
Yeah, that's what it
So I think that helped him quite a bit. As these guys are dooring each other for first place.
Do you think we'll have a Cale and Donnie situation?
I don't think we'll have that. These guys race too clean for that.
That'd be hilarious, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, man.
That race changed NASCAR, that finish.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Especially the fight.
Mm-hmm.
The fight really changed some things.
Well, I believe during that 500, there was a huge snowstorm in the East Coast.
Yes.
And a lot of people were watching it that don't normally watch. They're
Yep.
like, does this happen all the time? And something like that. I remember watching something like that.
Yeah, and then it basically turned NASCAR into a national phenomenon overnight.
I love hearing Richard Petty talk about that race where he's like, son of a gun.
Oh, ask any of the top three, and they'll tell you that none of them should have won it. And they'll also tell you that if they'd known that was going to happen, they had a shot at it.
Yeah.
So.
That's why you never give up. You never, if as long as my car will crank up, I'll still keep going.
Uh-huh.
There have been a couple times where I've let my frustration get the better of me, and I'm like, and I'll just leave, but only if there's really nothing else to really gain.
Right. Diggs, didn't he say something about he was hitting Cale's fist with his face or something like that?
Did they ever, like, reconcile? Ever?
Yeah, years later.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, man.
That's why if I ever get into a wreck with somebody on here, the heat of the competition, I never take it personally. There are a couple people that have been mad at stuff I've done.
Ooh, they're touching the wall now.
I think Phipps is just playing with them a little.
These guys are getting it.
Carter is 2 laps down. I don't know how that happened.
And McPherson and Diesel are going after it. You remember they pitted together. McPherson with that almost botched pit stop.
Yeah, if he would have missed that cone, that would have been a black flag for sure.
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
7 more laps. We're going to get that caution.
I actually gotta double check that just to make sure.
Is there lucky dogs?
Yes, and wave around. Hey, Josh, just to be sure, are we throwing that comp caution at 87 or no? Copy that. Okay, so we do have the comp caution at 87.
And why was it moved back?
It was moved back due to the rules. The rules state that if a caution is to come out, then what will happen is the timer resets. The timer will reset to whatever that 125% of a fuel run is, unless we go past the start of the last 33%. At that point, we can't throw a comp caution. 89 is the last lap we can throw a comp caution on. So we already know we're going to make it to 87. Comp caution will come here at lap 87. So
Cool.
we'll still get that comp caution. We'll bunch these guys back up. You'll have your lucky dog, which right now looks like Jeff Pless. And then if Carter stays out, which I think would be absolutely crazy right now, he would get a wave around. So.
They should take the green with about 45 to go.
Believe so.
44, 45.
And then it's going to force them to have to do some strategy, because these guys pitted early which gets them to the back to the front of the field, but they're not going to be able to make it all the way. So they're going to have to do some clutching and stuff.
So,
These guys are battling it out right now.
I'm telling you, there may only be 10 cars on the track, but it is down. It'll come down to the wire.
I was going to say, they're getting after it at the moment. Just want to lead the most laps right now. At least that's what it's looking like to me. Side by side across the start finish line. So we should be throwing the caution not this time by, but it'll be the next time.
Didn't Kentucky have green walls?
I don't think so.
Maybe it's Legacy Kentucky.
That I think you might be right on.
Maybe. I like the green walls.
It was like a, not like an aqua green, but like a green.
See that move there?
All right, so next lap, caution will come out. As soon as we get around to the start finish line.
And some of these guys may be able to get some laps back.
These guys are getting after it.
Well, whoever's first gets a quicker pit stop.
Yep. As we get ready to come to the line.
Looks like it's going to be Phipps.
It's not going to let me throw it that way. You've got to be kidding.
Yeah, sometimes you got to have the UI on.
Yeah, I don't understand why. So there's their caution.
Boy, Phipps and Bonnell always really tough competitors.
Very.
I give a slight edge to Mr. Phipps, but I still don't count out anybody out of this race.
I don't know. Bonnell has given me enough damn fits in any car.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had a run in or two with him. Good, great driver though.
I did an 87s. I did an 87s official with him, and damn good driver. So,
I've never seen him in an 87.
caught him at Daytona week.
Oh goodness. Oh boy, Daytona.
So, all right. Well, while they're under caution, I'm going to step aside for a second, use the restroom, and I'll be back. I'll leave you guys with JD for a minute, which is a scary thought.
Is it?
It's always a scary thought.
All right, I can't believe I get to do this in his basement. But now that he's gone, what do you guys really think of AJ Stevens of Stevens Motorsports? Let me know. I'm good, Donnie. It's cool to finally see the basement. AJ and Robin have been gracious enough to host me for a few days. Oh, Taylor. You know, I'm very encouraged with Jacksonville. I liked what I saw. I am, of course, very, very sad, but the coach, the team, very, very satisfied with how the season went. I'm heartbroken for him to have won so many games in a row just to lose it on the wild card round, but that's the way it goes. I will always root for him, and very, very encouraged with how things are going. Looks like it's just gas and go for some of them. At least that's what it looks like. Well, maybe, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Andy's back.
With traits, don't throw the wrappers out. They're reusable.
Okay. Reusable wrappers.
Yeah, I don't know. Christmas gift from her mother. It looks. Did Gary stay out to get a wave around, or did Gary take fuel only?
I was too afraid to touch anything.
Let's find out. Gary pitted on 71. So Gary just stayed out. You know what? I bet he's going to save that set of tires. Have the track position. So that way, because you got to pit one more time anyway, right?
I don't know. How many laps can you go?
40.
They might be able to make it. You clutch it. This is a clutch track.
True.
I'm thinking about clutching it if it's me.
If I'm Phipps, you bet your sweet ass I am.
Mm-hmm. 100%. I would be trying to make it. You got to cut off about 4 laps.
So we got 90 lap. We're at 90 laps. 134 minus 90. 44 laps. I can save 4 laps of fuel. Can you?
Easily here. You can make it.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. What about Josh Brock?
I think I saw Phipps get gas and go. No, I lied.
He took tires. Now, Josh Brock is in the same boat as Gary, so let's keep that in mind too. Michelle, my wife made chocolate muffins with, I think, chocolate chips in them. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I wasn't paying attention. I figured JD probably was when she was making them.
I just saw her pouring those things in there.
All right, restart's happening. Gary's got it. And he got a hell of a jump.
They're going to be eating his lawn clippings.
You saying he's pouring them out the back of the car?
They'll pass him in a lap or two. He didn't fit.
Okay, you might be onto something, but the other thing is if you think about it, Gary getting a jump, forcing these guys to have to drive it to him, they're not going to clutch.
Oh, unless they had the awareness to do it anyway.
Now, something I'm looking at is this guy,
Sniper.
the silent assassin.
I love that guy.
He might be able to make it as Gary continues to lead. Also, your dad says the numbers have spoken.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
We do football picks.
That's tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, I got to send it to him.
All
right, Dad, I'm sending it to you here in just a sec.
Gary continues to lead, so he's going to get some bonus points. Josh Brock is going to send it to the inside of Gary Freeman.
Oh, man.
Well, remember, JB didn't pit. Oh, they touched!
Oh, boy.
They touched! And Jesse Bedell says, I'm going to make it 3 wide. Gary's up the track. He's in the wall.
No.
Jesse Bedell's going to drive out of his life. And here comes Andrew Phipps and Anthony Crownover as well.
There's still 40 laps left.
Yeah, they're driving like it's the last one. Oh, and JB's going to shove it 3 wide inside of Gary. They touch again.
Oh, boy.
Gary got beat around like a pinball in an arcade machine.
Oh, my.
And we're back to, we're not out of the woods yet. Crownover's kind of looking like he wanted to send it 3 wide next. JB's still trying to hang on. Phipps cuts down across Crownover. Man, it is like a block fest out there right now. Bedell just did it to Phipps.
Oh, man.
And now Gary's coming back into the picture, but also here comes McPherson. Mac with the call of the race earlier tonight, where he led quite a few laps. I don't know. Has he got it figured out, you think?
I don't know.
It's tough, right?
Racing hard makes it so unpredictable with tires and fuel. And
Oh, 100%.
I'm just running my race if I'm in this situation. If I need to save fuel, I'm saving fuel.
Well, and while they're doing all this, Bedell's out front just running his line. He can go wherever he wants to. And it kind of works out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he already knows where he's got to be to save as much tire as possible. And he can let these guys kind of figure out how to get around him, really. but they're all fighting behind him for position. His JB's cleared Phipps. Crownover clears him as well. Gary up in the wall just a little bit. Got to wonder if those old tires are starting to come into contention there. As it looks like Josh Brock. Crownover goes around Brock. He's going to try and go after Benell now.
Oh boy.
Can Crownover get there?
Oh yeah.
Or is he starting to get to the point where he's going to ride behind Benell? Because, like we were talking, you got to save 4 laps of fuel.
I would love to be in second place, clutching it right behind the draft. That's right where I'm
I'd want to be Josh Brock right now, I think. Like, you didn't take tires. You've got enough fuel to make the end, or, well, close to it. You got to clutch it a little bit. I don't know. I don't know.
Says you sound excited tonight.
Diggs, it's the NHL. We're just watching hockey. No big deal. I shouldn't have ate one of the muffins though.
Why?
Because I feel like I'm gonna need some more sugar after this.
Oh goodness.
Phipps trying to come back on Josh Brock. He's gonna do it this time finally. Josh gonna run to the wall. But it's all Benell out front. 0.3 up right now. Man, everybody, you could throw a blanket over the top 7. Let's go here. We haven't changed our camera much. You can see the top 7 all real close, actually.
Barely. Why is it so foggy?
It's because of the humidity.
Oh man.
Yeah, welcome to iRacing, where for some reason certain temperatures give you boatloads of humidity. Will do, Keith. Phipps to the outside of Benell.
I wish I could know what these guys are thinking. What
Right?
the strategies are, but I think a lot of them are not really too concerned with fuel. They can't be with these times they're running.
No, they're pushing way too hard. Let's actually, you saying that makes me want to check this. 32s. They don't have Kevin Savoy to compete with tonight. So maybe they said, the heck with it, we're going to go for it.
Or maybe they can just make it gas in it. I don't know.
Maybe.
I highly doubt it.
Go off the nose of Phipps. Actually, I know how we could tell what's going on. Go inside the roll bar of Mr. Phipps for a lap, shall we? This should tell us.
Yeah, I forgot we could do this.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
it is.
clutching.
He's clutching. But see, when you race at a track like this where you can clutch and it's not really making too much of a difference.
Well, it kind of makes sense as to why he wasn't really passing Benell. So it kind of tells me everything that I needed to know there. But you could already see that McPherson's starting to come back to him as well.
Thanks, Dad. I sent him my pics.
So Phipps is going to start to fall off a little bit. And he's not really off a lot. He's off just enough. So we'll see if he can make it. That's going to be something to keep an eye on.
Where is my sniper?
Eric Cap went a lap down.
I don't want him to be a lap down. I want
Well,
him
he's a lap down. Let's see if Benell's doing the same thing.
Yeah, without a doubt. Not as much.
Oh,
Or no.
he's doing it a lot more.
Oh yeah, actually it was. I don't know what I'm talking about. What'd you ask me to be here?
And now Crownover is going to send it to the inside.
It seemed like he did it later though. That's why I was a little confused.
Let's Let's go on board with him, see if he's doing the same thing.
You can easily save 4 laps.
Oh, I think so. He is not clutching. He's just rolling the corner.
Maybe he's already clutched enough.
Maybe. Keep an eye on it.
I highly doubt it, though. 4 laps, you better be doing it for a while. Because they're not clutching a whole lot, you know?
Thanks, Keith. Appreciate you, bud. You dick. Oh, man.
Keith's here?
Keith's here, or he was here. I think he's leaving. I think that's what I read.
Well, Keith was here.
Keith was here. Or he's going to be here. Or maybe he wasn't here. I don't know. Did you see Keith? I didn't see Keith.
I didn't physically see Keith.
Man, I tell you what, I think JB might be sweating a little bit. Well, no, he stopped for fuel. He didn't take tires. That's right. So maybe he's not sweating. But still,
I'm sweating watching this.
yeah, I mean, we still got a solid race up front. Even Gary, who stayed out on old tires, he's still not far off the back of this. Is he clutching? I think he'd almost have to be at this point. Ooh,
Oh.
as he tags the wall.
He likes that wall.
Yeah, he's trying to get to the grass. He needs to mow it. And, you know, it's gotten a little long, and nope, he's not clutching.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, he is.
yeah, he is.
Some of them are just doing it in different spots.
I think that's all like a personal preference. I like to do it as soon as we get ready to head to entry.
Yes.
So that way I can use it to slow the car down, save tire.
Helps turn it a little bit too, I think, depending on when you let it catch.
Well, I think that all depends too on RPM that the car's turning when it happens. So,
Well, we got 24 to go here.
Carter Nelson to pit road.
I just wish I knew what their fuel situation is, but we're gonna find out.
It's going to be damn close, I think.
Feel like changing your pick? I don't know. That Crownover, he's staying right up there with him. I don't know how much but I don't know how you bet against Vanilla or Phipps. It's really
Sometimes you just got to pick the non-essential, you know, like you got to go with somebody different.
I always like Cap.
Cap's always a solid pick, but I think he wound up pitting early thinking, well, he'd get a waiver out or something, but
Something went wrong because I don't know how he ended up being lap down.
yeah, I don't know either. Unless he lost the draft so bad it hurt his number calculation, but that's hard to say.
You know, with them,
McPherson to pit road. Hopefully that's just a splash and go.
with them clutching, you can really hear the tires.
You hear how quiet it is in the corners?
Yeah.
Like it almost dies out.
And what a fun car this RP car is.
JB doing the same thing. Like there's no noise from in front of him.
No. I am so glad they decided to update this car.
I think it was well past needing an update anyways. Like the car that they had, you can hear JB's got it clutched.
It's just wind and tires.
Yeah. But the car that they had was so old, they hadn't been racing it in eons. So you've got to update at some point. I get that people loved it, right? DJ EJ made an entire YouTube channel just off that one car. But at some point you have to update. If you want to say you're a relevant simulator, you got to update.
Well, I love the new ARC cars a lot.
I just wish they'd fix a little bit of the hitbox stuff.
It doesn't seem that bad. When they first released it, it was awful.
It's terrible.
I mean, you'd be getting that code 2 feet away.
Well, in the X's, like when you do a bump draft, the X system's a little funky as well.
It?
Yeah. Sometimes, like at a super speedway, if you bump draft too hard, all of a sudden you get a 4X. It's terrible. Just terrible. These are the quietest corners I think I've ever listened to.
It's been a fantastic race. I'm really impressed with these guys.
Yeah.
The question is, you watching, have you, or have you not, hit the little thumbs up thing?
That's a valid point. Yes. Thank you, JD. I was like, what are you talking about? I lost my mind.
I probably made it a little more dramatic than it needed to be. But once again, you got our 4 guys up here.
Yeah. JB still in it on old tires. These guys on new. I'm pretty sure that the clutching's helping keep Josh in the top 4 here.
Gary went in the pits. Les went in the pits.
Well, Gary, we knew Gary couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Gary was already going to be about 15 short. So although the thing is with Gary, at that point with him, that'd have been a double stint on tires. You got to take tires at that point.
Mm-hmm.
You can't not. So now we've only got 5 guys on the lead lap. I'm curious to know. I want to know if Diesel's clutching. He is clutching. So
Don't count out that weasel.
I ain't counting him out, that's for sure.
If he keeps this up, he's got a definite top 5 if he's able to make it.
Right. Back to the front. Pips is back up to Benell. And now it's just a matter of who's going to flinch where, who's not going to have saved enough, and who's not going to be your friend at the end.
I think these two are working together.
The top
well.
top 3 are all, like I said, teammates and everything. So it'll be interesting to see where it finishes
when
out.
I was running in here, it was always those 3 near the top pretty consistently.
Yep.
And then you have me in the old Penske car trying to disrupt it.
You're trying to run them down as they've started to check out on Anthony Crownover.
I lost more than I won, but I got a couple victories in there.
Have 14 to go at the line. I gotta wonder if Crownover's trying to save some more fuel or what exactly is going on here, but he's falling way off the back of these.
I'm sure he's saving more fuel.
Diggs probably, I don't know. It kind of depends. Usually it's like a 1/10 or 2/10 of a gallon.
The problem is, if he goes too far back, he's going to end up losing more fuel without drafting help.
They all run the old 2013 to 27 paint schemes. That is true of this league. They rotate it around season to season, so it's not always the same paints, but
Was it last year or the year before we ran it with the 90s, late 90s?
would have been the season before last.
Yeah.
It was late 90s paint schemes.
We
which is
ran
really cool.
the Gen 6 with 98 to 2000 paint scheme, and that which is my favorite era. I really, really enjoyed that. But with the ARCA car, I think that was a solid choice for him to use.
Well, because it fits the generation of the car and everything.
It does, actually. Yeah.
I still think it's weird that the stream said that it was YouTube featured.
Yeah.
So it uses pretty much all about the NASCAR series from the time and the paint schemes. And this was a Gen 6 league, but it got to a point with the Gen 6 car that it just wasn't feasible anymore. The setups were very old. The hit boxes were really funky. So they moved away from that. So,
You know what I'm thinking about? If they ran the Gen 4 01 to 2003 paint schemes,
yeah.
that'd be pretty cool. That would fit.
Well, see, that was something that they were thinking about too, but at the time, the Gen 4 car was still too new. Nobody knew a bunch about it. Now that they've murdered the Gen 4 for the draft, it just, I don't know, it ain't too much fun.
Or you could do the 87s with the old 87 paint schemes. That'd be fun.
Kyle, this series used the late Gen 6s, which again, Was a great show, but we just had too many weird things with netcode with it. So
Well, it's because it's a retired car.
it's not retired yet.
The Gen 6?
So you have the legacy Gen 6. That's legacy, but then there's the newer Gen 6, which hasn't been legacied yet.
Oh.
I really wish they'd do an update on the thing because it's a fun car. But
It's a really good car.
Crownover's pulled it into Benell and Phipps, so I don't know if Crownover's pushing to get back up there or if these two are trying to save more fuel. But now Phipps is going to go after Benell to the inside in turn 3.
Well, it's a balancing act. I mean, if you're out of the draft, you're going to be using more fuel, but if you push to get back up there, you're using more fuel to save more fuel.
Well, and I think this is what you're seeing too. Benell's been out front the whole time, while Phipps has been in the draft saving more fuel. I got to wonder if Benell isn't saving enough.
I don't know. We're going to find out, though. Well, if you got to do a splash and go, you're probably not going to lose too much. I don't know how many of those cars that lap down will catch you.
At this point, you're just kind of screwed.
But with 7 laps to go, the sun looks like it's starting to peek back out.
Kind of does. They're still clutching it, though. Phipps is back to clutching instead of going right after it. And they pulled out on Crownover again. Phipps going to try the inside again in 3 and 4. He's going to clear him this time. And now Benell chases.
But it is all Hendrick Motorsports out there.
Yeah. Followed by an Earnhardt Ganassi car.
Remember those days?
I don't want to remember those days.
Oh, boy.
Such a disappointment. So Phipps going to lead, 5 to go. Benell, Crownover, Josh Brock, Diesel Weasel, your top 5.
We still got to fight for 6th through 9th.
Yeah, I was going to go back here and check and see. Diesel's 2.8 back from Josh Brock. Josh is 2.3 back from Crownover. So it's going to be who saved early and has enough fuel to make the end regardless.
If it's me, I was saving fuel on the pace laps.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And I'll even turn the thing off in a lot of these situations.
Just to try to save a little bit extra.
Yeah. I've done that before. The problem is sometimes they don't turn back on.
Yeah.
I've done that before where it's like, why isn't it turning back on? And maybe I hit the wrong button or something. Also, when you do that, and if you don't have that thing gassed just right, you'll rev it out.
And it'll spin.
Yeah, or it'll spin if you don't have enough.
Right.
Which is what happened to me during one of your league races recently. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Auto Club.
In the 87?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that, and I was...
you got to lift up the RPM, or otherwise when you drop the clutch, it goes wacky.
I was trying not to rev it too much, though, to burn fuel.
Yeah.
But there was a couple times where it hot, and it shifted me down low.
Right. Well, Phipps has just gapped the ever-living dog crap out of Benell.
I think
with
he's
2 to go.
I think he's realized he saved enough gas, and he can just go.
Yeah, he's walking Benell.
Is he even saving anymore, do you think?
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about Phipps.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. He's probably saving on one end and not on the other. And Crownover is going to go to the inside.
And looks like we're going official.
Yep, it's going to go to the end. Phipps going to lead across the line, but it's Crownover and Benell battling for second. As Crownover goes around Benell. Diesel Weasel's going around Josh Brock.
Brock had to pit.
He did. I think Jesse Bedell's out of fuel. Jesse Bedell is out of fuel.
Wow.
Phipps going to lead out of turn number 4. He's going to bring it home for the win. See where Diesel gets by him. Oh, Jesse's just going to coast it down the pit lane. That is a heartbreaker of a finish.
Good effort, though.
That was a solid effort. Wow. As we're waiting on results to become official. Go ahead and get this off the screen. We'll get the results up.
How about Diesel making it up there?
Yeah, so... Oh, those are practice results. I mean, the race results. Andrew Phipps going to come home with a win. Anthony Crownover second. Diesel Weasel saving enough to come in third place. Jesse Bedell with a little bit of a heartbreaker there. Comes home fourth. Josh Brock, late pit call, comes home fifth. Jeff Bless is sixth. Anthony McPherson seventh. Eric Kapp is eighth. Gary Freeman ninth. Carter Nelson's going to be 10th there as we wait for these guys to get into the interview waiting room. Overall, it was a really good race. I mean, granted, 10 cars.
I told you, it don't matter how many cars are on the track. You can have good racing.
Yeah, it was definitely a good race tonight. I think this is, what do we say? Phipps had 4 wins this season so far, I think is what we said. So yeah, mark that as win number 5 as we get a little bit closer to the chase. Was hoping I'd see Mr. Phipps jump up, but there he is. We'll get Mr. Phipps interviewed here. If I can find my mouse, wherever the hell I put it.
If only you had an exterminator in the room.
All right. Andrew Phipps, win number 5 on the season. We saw you
What's going on?
We saw you sit behind Jesse for quite a while. And just kind of not really push, but just hound him. And then it looked like with about 4 to go, you just decided to put the hammer to the ground.
Yeah, I was doing everything I could to try and save, and I know leading it gives you the bonus points, but I was more worried about making it to the checkered, so it was a trade-off.
It looked like it worked out. I know, there was, you guys stayed out, or didn't stay out. You took fuel only on that caution, thinking that we were going to have the comp caution 55. Obviously, got moved to 87, and it didn't look like you guys were really hurting that bad.
My car felt good. When I came in and took fuel only, I was 82 on the right front, and it was better than my teammates. So I felt like I was taking pretty good care of it. And then I did run it pretty hard to try and get back in the lead. But I knew I had a little bit to play with, and then just went back into relax mode. And then after we finally came in and got some tires on it, I couldn't get away from Jesse. He actually got back by me. These guys are funny. Like, you start off the race and you feel like you got an advantage on them, and about halfway through the race, they've all have it figured out, and your advantage is gone.
Yep, exactly. Well, I mean, overall, it came down to clutch. You guys had to save 4 laps of fuel. How much did you have there after you crossed the line at the end?
I think I had like 0.7 of a lap left.
0.7,
so,
my God.
so I was I just clutched it around just so I could do a burnout.
Right. Well,
yeah, I felt like if I had to push, like if Crownover started pushing me, I thought I had about a half a lap to spare, but I didn't want to use it up if I didn't have to.
When I figured that Jesse was going to be right there with you guys, and we saw him run out coming out of turn number 2, and just bad luck on that one. I thought he had saved more than enough, but
I was in the chat. I knew he wasn't going to make it the whole way. I go, are you clutching? He's like, yeah, but I don't know what I'm doing. Are you shutting it off? It's like, no, that's too complicated. I'm not doing that. Like, we got to teach you how to shut it off, because that helps a lot more than just clutching, I think.
Oh yeah, me and JD were sitting up here talking about it, and you know, shutting it off versus clutching it. You know, we would have been shutting it off on the pace lap, even trying to save some more. So, um,
Absolutely.
but well, like I said, win number 5 of the season. You know, you keep the steam rolling. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Kevin Savoy didn't show up. This was his kind of track. He would have absolutely spanked us on this track. It was a very tight setup, and he's the only guy I know that can absolutely wheel a tight car, and he's good at fuel mileage. So he missed. I don't know why he missed it tonight. I don't like it when he's not here, but this is one that he would have won.
Oh, for sure. We were talking about that too. Without Savoy here, it makes it tough, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
He's the best at doing these cars. So
yeah.
I've learned a lot from him. So thank
Yeah.
you. But you need to get back in here because it's more fun when you're racing with us.
All right, buddy. Well, congrats on the win tonight. You still hold on to the points lead. So hopefully we can talk to you next week, and congrats on your win.
Congrats on
Sounds
win number 5.
good. Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Love it. Appreciate you guys.
Yep. That was your winner, Andrew Phipps. Now we've got somebody we're gonna join into the booth that hasn't been up here, I don't think, yet in this league.
No, I have not.
I was gonna say this is your first podium.
Yeah, this season I did win one last year, but that's when it wasn't being broadcast.
Right. Well, you know, you made the right call clutching when were you clutching off the rip, I guess is the first question I'm gonna have for you.
I was clutching since I left the pits.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. We were just talking with Phipps, and me and JD were talking about it sitting up here about clutching, you know, pretty much as soon as you got out, because if it did go green, you had to, or otherwise you weren't going to make it. How much did you have there at the end?
About 0.7 laps left.
So same as Phipps. You guys are right on par. Like, it was funny because, you know, we obviously saw Benell run out coming out of turn number 2. And obviously you'd saved enough to capitalize, but did you have anything in the tank as far as trying to be able to push up to possibly get crown over if you run out?
Probably not, because I didn't start pushing until 2 to go.
Okay, makes sense. And I think that's kind of what we saw out of the other guys. I don't think they were pushing till like 2 or 3 to go. So kind of in the same boat as everybody else. You just had to, I guess, roll it a little bit better than the others in the middle was the big thing for tonight.
Yeah, and I figured it was going to go green because I saw the guys up front. They were racing really clean all day, and I didn't think that they were going to race each other hard enough to cause an accident. So
Right.
I knew my only chance was clutching from the get-go.
Gotcha. Well, it worked out for you tonight. 3rd place on the night. Solid run. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
I mean, all y'all up in the booth, Brock for hosting this league, and honestly, just all the racers for putting on a good race.
It really was. For only 10 cars on track, it was actually a really good race. So,
oh yeah, I don't know if you saw it in the back early on, but me, Gary, and Carter had a couple 3 wide moments.
oh wait till you go look at the only regular caution. Go back and take a look at that. It's quite comical. You'll laugh at it for a little bit.
Yeah, I was just glad I didn't get any damage out of that.
That's the main thing. So, all right, buddy. Well, congrats on your 3rd place tonight. We'll let you go, and maybe we'll get to talk to you again next week.
All right, thanks, man. Peace.
Yep. Later. All right, we got one more person. He's sitting in the interview waiting room. The admin, the overseer, the all-knowing Josh Brock. What do you got for us tonight, buddy?
I was a lap and a half short on gas.
I seen you pit. I went, oh, that sucks.
I didn't realize it until late, and it was already too late.
Well, and I think Benell was in the same boat. You know, he run out coming out of turn number 2, and I think he could have saved just a little bit more and been fine. And I thought that you were clutch, and I figured even with the old tires, because you weren't getting necessarily the same drive off, if that was going to make a difference.
Yeah, I was clutching and killing the ignition trying to stretch it.
Oh God. Yeah,
And I
lap
still
and a
didn't.
half. That's rough.
Yep, I run off turn 2 on the, see, I was coming to the white. No? Well, lap before the white. I was off turn 2, and I took the white flag and the checker flag on pit road.
That's rough. That is rough.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it
It's
happens, right?
yeah, it happens.
I
On to
mean,
Michigan next week.
you ran tough with those guys up front, even when you were on old tires. After I think it was what the first caution there.
Yeah, I only took gas on the first caution, and I ran those tires all the way till I had to pit again before the, comp caution. So
Right.
I didn't feel too bad. I don't know what those numbers were, but I know they were atrocious. That thing had 0 turn in.
Oh, I'm sure.
I
I'm sure.
I had all the brake bias in to try to get the hook, and I was just hanging on for dear life.
Well, you put it on the pole at Pocono. You
Yeah,
actually ran pretty damn good at Pocono too.
yeah.
You were in position for a possible win. Do we see something out of Josh Brock coming into Michigan?
We'll have to see what Michigan holds.
I like it. Although if it runs like
I'm
this,
pretty
it's
good at Michigan.
yeah, I know.
We'll
I've gotten
see.
screwed out of a win in Michigan because of you.
Hey, those are the practice race, but hey, it is
Yeah,
what it is.
still. Um, but yeah, no, I think you're trending in the right direction. I think a win at Michigan is possible. The only thing is if Kevin Savoy shows up and it turns into a fuel mileage game, and you're in for a tough one.
If she starts doing the fuel mileage thing, I'll just start doing what Kevin does.
I hear
Follow
you.
him.
Well,
Beat
fifth
Kevin
place,
at Kevin's game, play at the Kevin game.
right. Well, fifth place on the night, even with coming up a lap and a half short, I wouldn't be upset about that one. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we roll out for the night?
Everyone that shows up week after week, thank you all very much. I know attendance has been kind of hurting, but life has happened in other places, and hope that everyone can rejoin soon. And those who are struggling, I hope you don't struggle for too much longer. And those who are doing good, keep doing good. And shout out to you for holding the thing down up there from the eyes in the sky. Shout out to JD for joining in wherever he joined in tonight. Happy belated birthday to Robin. And thanks to all the family and friends that I shared a link to for watching.
I like it.
Great race to the top 4, crowned over Jesse, Phipps, even Gary and Mac. Mac was showing some muscle tonight. That was pretty good strategy on his part.
Yep.
So I had fun running with him. I know he probably had fun running up front for once. So shout out to him for having a solid run there. And catch everyone next week in Michigan.
I like it. All right, buddy. We'll let you go, and I'll catch up with you a little bit later.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Josh Brock, everybody. Well, that's it for me and JD up here in the booth. Like I said, solid night of racing.
Yes.
This was probably one of the most interesting calls I've ever done.
I really enjoy broadcasting. I don't know how good I am at it, but I mean, you're fantastic, and I just appreciate you hosting me here today.
Well, and the fact that we did it in the same room.
Yes.
That's probably about the weirdest thing.
I finally see the coveted basement. I've been wanting to see this place for a while.
Right. So,
and y'all should see this dude's rig. I ain't kidding. I'm jealous beyond belief.
There is a video.
I know, but I haven't seen it in a while.
In person, it's better, but there's a video. But tonight was fun. I don't know what the plan is moving forward since I got JD here through Sunday. We're gonna play it by ear a little bit, so be on the lookout for anything that pops up. But outside of that, guys, we're pretty much out of here for the night. So thank you to everybody that watched. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Give the stream a like for me. It helps me out, and we'll catch all of you guys a little bit later this week. See ya.